Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Aquarius, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video. Alright, so let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far, and also let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. Okay, so you're coming in with Lovers, and you're also coming in with the Star card, which is your card here. Alright. Alright. Yeah. This is coming in as there's a change in the way in which your person communicates here. Yeah. But this is also talking about other relationships as well. Here this is talking about friends and family. This could also talk about community, social circles here, guys. There is truth coming in here. Yeah, I want to say here, Aquarius, is that you're, of course, let's come in with your person. What your person is saying to you is deep and meaningful. So what I'm getting there is your person wants to open up here, or they're going to open up here, guys, and they're actually going to come from their heart space here, coming in with Lovers and the Star card, because yeah, those two cards together are quite a powerful combination at this point in time. And why I say that is Uranus is going to be moving slowly into Gemini, if it hasn't already. Alright, guys. Now, really depends on where you are in the world here. And so what I get there in your reading is that for your person, they're actually going to open up and speak about some of the things that have some of the challenges and the obstacles that they have gone through in their lifetime, and how it has made them feel pain, hurt and fear, neglect, abandonment and rejection here, where they are going to open up and say to you, hey, this is what happened to me when I was younger. It's coming in that way here, guys. It's a deeper knowing for both you and your person is what it's talking about here, is that both you and your person, it's not a trauma bond here, guys. When you're coming in with the trauma bond, it's when you both talk about the negative and how those negative feelings have made you feel here. What this is coming in as, and what I'm getting here is that for your person, it's being able to trust in you here, that they can truly and freely here express what they see as love, because they're going to talk about here, guys, what is non-love. That's what it's saying. And so in terms of love, here in your reading, that love is actually coming in as you, of course, but it's coming in as why they love you here. It's like that. All right, guys, it's along those lines. Why I love you here. Yeah, of course, they are going to reflect on their childhood here in their teenage years here. It's got something to do with that as well. How what their perception of love is, okay, and coming in with the truth about love here. See, what I get there in your reading is that true and real love for your person has always been a problem. Now, why it's been a problem here is because they've never really found it. All right? And because they've never really found it here, guys, they've never developed in that way. Okay? Now, yeah, of course, you know, you are coming in with the way in which your person makes you feel here, okay? But in actual fact, it's how you the viewer, Aquarius, make your person feel. And that truth here is that your person is beginning to, you know, realize, understand their feelings and, you know, gain knowledge from these feelings. Because coming in with the Star card, it is talking about self here. And see, it does have a kind of sense here, guys, that your person is pushing those traditional boundaries, that things had to be a certain way, it had to look a certain way here. Yeah. Yeah. And what I suppose I want to say helps your person here to push those boundaries here, or supports your person here. Yeah, of course it's you. But it's also coming in as the way in which they're feeling. Yeah. What they are beginning to know here and understand about themselves here. And this is both negative. Okay, there are negative attachments here. There is duality here. It can also be seen as divergence here, guys. Yeah, where they're actually coming away from that past way of thinking here. Yeah, past way of thinking here, and actually having the freedom, it can come in that way, to think for themselves here. And by thinking for themselves, your person is beginning to trust in themselves here. And that's creating trust in the way in which they feel here. So it's kind of coming in that way here. Ooh. All right, let's keep going here. All right. Okay, let's go. What are we allowed to know? See, because what it can also talk about there, you know, straight off the bat, is that you're the one that outshines all the others here. Okay? Lovers is a choice here. Now, that can be said for both you and your person. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go. All right. Okay, so you are coming in with the Fool card. You have the Two of Wands, and you were also coming in with the Five of Wands here in your reading. And so obstacles and challenges here, Aquarius, is that you, well, what I'm getting there, you know, straight off the bat here, is you may have been quite defensive towards your person. You may have, see, this Fool card here in your reading is coming in as your person here. You may have wanted it a certain way with your person. Here, you may have wanted certain changes to come in for your person to come towards you. Here, see, with this Fool card, what it can talk about there in your reading, it's I get there is that your person wasn't serious enough for you. They may have thought it or seen it as quite normal here. There may have been it's the approach here, guys, in terms of obstacles and challenges. Your person may have approached you here where this could have been in the past where they didn't make a serious move. It wasn't serious enough for you. Okay, because like I said, lovers coming in here, you may have known here in your reading that your person had options here, and because they came towards you a certain way, you may have been quite defensive towards your person here. Yeah. It could have been the same way for your person here, okay, the way in which you went towards your person as well. And what I get here in your reading is that the obstacle and the challenge here was for your person to see you as the one, all right? And what it can also talk about here with the Fool card here in your reading is that it can come in as you allowed your person to treat you a certain way here. I do get that as well here in your reading, because there could have very well have been here in your reading that your person had options. Your person had options here, and that could have been an obstacle and a challenge here. And so you may not have been serious towards your person. They may not have been serious towards you. And what I get with the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands, which makes it to 7 here, is that neither of you wanted to change. Here. Coming in with the Star card. Here. To be the difference. That's what I'm getting. Alright, guys? There is defiance here. Yeah. That's what I pick up with the Seven of Wands here. That defiance is, well, until you change, I'm going to change. Well, you know, if you're not going to change, then I'm not going to change. I'm just going to keep doing it this way. The obstacles and the challenges here. All right, for both you and your person. Let me keep going here, guys, and let's see what other messages the cards have for you. Okay, the Knight of Swords. All right. Okay. All right, guys. All right, so you are coming in with the Knight of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles, and you are coming in with the Eight of Pentacles here. In your reading, it comes in as waiting for your person to be single here, in a sense, here in your reading. Okay, that's what I'm also picking up here. All right, okay, so what it also tells me here, it's with this Knight of Swords coming in for both you and your person, here it's about keeping an eye on each other, okay? And potentially here in your reading, what's going to happen there is that for both you and your person, it's always, you could be in front of your person's eyeballs at this point in time, here. They could be in front of your eyeballs, coming in with the Ten of Pentacles here in your reading. Yeah. See, it comes in as seeing here if your person has made some positive changes. That's what it's also talking about here. Is your person solid? Are they grounded? Keeping an eye, keeping the tabs. And this is both you and your person here, keeping tabs on each other. And so when you're coming in like that, here Aquarius, what it talks about there is that you're working on your patterns and habits with the Eight of Pentacles here. Okay, that you are making or planting some positive seeds of change here. And I spoke about that with the Star card here. Okay? Yeah. And being able to talk about that, being able to talk about these changes that you have gone through, because coming in with the Knights of Swords, I do see the Knights of Swords as a student here, because you come in with fast communication here in your reading, all right? But that fast communication, what it can say there is that you've just learnt to say something, okay? And so you're just repeating it, you're just regurgitating it here. There is no connection back to self here in a way, all right? And so what it's talking about here in terms of the Eight of Pentacles here, see, it comes in as experience. You've actually been through what you were talking about here. So you want to connect the dots back to yourself. And so if you are going to come across to your person and talk to your person here, you are going to come from what you have been through. And, you know, it is coming in that way where it is deep and meaningful here. You don't want to try and control the conversation here or control your person by constantly talking to them here, okay? And because you don't want to bore your person. And that's the same for your person as well. Everything that I'm saying here. All right, guys? Because it comes in as soon as you see your person, here as soon as they see you, they want to talk to you here, okay? But is their conversation deep and meaningful is what it talks about? Does it connect the dots here? And it's also coming in as, so have they changed? And you will get that that's what it's saying here, by the way in which your person talks. That's what it's also talking about here. So there must be some kind of change in the way, you're coming in with effective communication here between you and your person. Yeah. That's what I get with those two cards here in your reading. It's seeking information about your person seeking information about you here. And wanting to know what are you up to is what it talks about. But it's coming in as, are you grounded here? Are you stable within yourself here? Yeah. Are you building your foundation here in your reading? And are you doing it? It's coming in as, are you doing it by yourself here? All right, let's keep going here in your reading. The moon. Yeah, the moon. Okay, the moon. Yeah, it is coming in as it's that Knight of Swords, and plus also you are coming in with the Two of Wands, the Five of Wands here. Okay, and then it all connects back to the Star card. So what it talks about there in your reading, it's actually coming in as self here. All right, yeah, of course it can talk about things that are hidden, but what it also talks about here in your reading is that you're open, you're honest, and you're truth about yourself here. And this is your person as well, where when you do have a conversation, what are you talking about here? Okay, you don't want to kind of make out here in your reading, coming in with the moon card, you don't want to make out that things are okay when they're not actually okay. You want to be open and honest here and say to your person here, yeah, I've been through a really rough time. You can come in with, I struggle. I've struggled with being independent. I've struggled with being on my own here. Where, as opposed to kind of making out everything's okay when it's not okay. That's what the moon card is talking about here. See, you want to see if your person has changed, all right? They want to see if you have changed, but have you changed coming in with the star card here in your reading? Have you worked on it? That's what it's talking about here, because that moon card is saying here in your reading, be honest. Be honest about the way in which you're feeling at this time. Here, don't be shallow. Don't be shallow in terms of your talking. That's what I mean. Here, not you shallow. Don't be shallow in terms of your talking. Go deeper here and really talk about some of the things that are going on with you. That's what I'm getting here. All right, Aquarius? Okay, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading, and I'll catch you later. Bye.